K97.5, real hip hop and R&B. Mir.I.am on the check-in. Carolina Waves Radio. We live, we lit. We highlight and spotlight some of the hottest upcoming artists out of the Carolinas. I've just been joined in the building by introduce yourselves for the people.
Lesthegenius.
It's Zack Cokas.
Lesthegenius and Zack Cokas. What's good?
Nothing much.
How y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Y'all have had a pretty lit 2020 and end of 2019, right?
Been going
yeah. Y'all are doing a damn thing. Now, before we go ahead and get into, everything that you guys are doing and some of the accomplishments, first of all, tell me, you guys are y'all both from Raleigh?
Yep, born and raised in Raleigh.
Born and raised?
I was born in London, England, but I've been in Raleigh since I was 1, so this is...
Yeah, and it's home for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Have you been back?
No, but my parents are there right now. My sister are going back, so everybody's getting their chance. So hopefully when I get out of school, I get a chance to go back too.
Okay. Now, you guys, I see you guys together a lot. You're obviously close. You make a lot of music together. How did you guys first meet?
We really first met over Instagram. So I sent him a DM because I checked out his project and I was like, "You're solid," because it's I'm looking at everyone in the area all the time, and we linked up after that because we were both going to NC State. So after that, it's been a wrap.
So y'all have known each other for what, a couple of years, or
it's maybe almost 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah, but it seems like forever. But
yeah, y'all, because y'all obviously share a close bond, and you can tell that. So when he hit you up in the DMs, what was that experience like? Were you like, yeah, let's make music, or
yeah, I checked out his music. I was like, dang, this kid is really solid.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just a wrap, and we just got straight to it. From day one, as soon as I got on campus, I got in contact with him, and we were just hanging out. We were finding our ways around and just getting to know each other better. So
y'all met when y'all first got into school.
Yeah.
And y'all go to NC State. Shouts to Wolfpack. And I saw y'all performed at an event they had there recently. That looked kind of lit. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was Les got that opportunity, so talk about that.
It was kind of like a back to school jam event. So it was all the sororities and everything, they were doing their thing, so they just needed somebody to come out to perform. So we came out and we just did our thing, and we just had a great time. It was fun to be in front of the whole entire school and getting that type of response from them after they heard our music. So it was cool.
That's pretty cool. So did people, stop y'all on campus and and know y'all from that a lot of times?
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's pretty often.
Yeah.
So it feels really good that they're receptive to the music and that they care enough to come up and be like, wow, man, what you do is just so amazing. So it's touching the people. So it means a lot.
I wear a hat a lot of the times.
Yes, you are very easily identifiable because you have very distinct hair and look. So when you go incognito, you got to cover it up. So how has it been for you guys? Because y'all are still young. When are y'all, 19, 20?
I just turned 20.
Just turned 20. And so, how difficult has it been to balance a rising and successful music career with all your studies and stuff?
It's hard.
Yeah.
I had to recently stop working my job just because it's been getting just too much,
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit too much on your plate, and not that we're not capable of balancing it, but it's just it gets it kind of eats at you, So it's tough, but we're kind of working with it. We're figuring out a balance as we go.
Yeah, it's pretty much about balance, because coming in, I wanted to do engineering ambassador. I was trying to do so much stuff with my major, and it's I had to focus on music too, so it's finding the balance between both of them and just not beating yourself over by not being able to do everything at one time and just taking it day by day.
True. What do y'all teachers think about what y'all do?
I don't think they know.
They don't know?
They might, they know I'm not there a lot. But I feel bad because I do want to talk to them. I want to pull them aside and explain that it's not their class, it's not them, it's all me. But
that would be funny. Look, it's not you. You're not the reason I'm not showing up to class.
I know,
okay.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm not failing anything, So it's I'm making sure I'm passing.
What's you guys' majors?
I'm chemical engineering and paper science and engineering.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a design studies major.
Oh, that's
kind of
cool.
makes no sense, but.
Well, I switched majors a couple times before I got it right, but it happens. So we got the Zack Cokas and Lesthegenius in the building with us. So let's talk about everything that happened for you guys, and in particular Les, at the end of 2019. I'm sure you woke up one morning, or I don't know if it was morning you woke up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the alerts were going crazy. So tell them what happened to you.
So it was like one morning we just woke up, and I was just getting like messages on my Twitter, like it was just going crazy, and I was like, why is this happening? It's like this is like kind of OD from the regular like schedule, and people were just like tagging me in Obama stuff. I was just like, I don't understand how, like, I'd get it if it was like another rapper or something, but they're tagging me like a former president. So I was like, why is this happening? So then I checked, and then I just saw a name on his top list of his top songs for the year, and everybody just went crazy. I had to call the producers, the engineers, everyone who worked on the project, who worked on the song, who mixed. Like, I just had to make sure everybody felt the same thing, and they felt appreciated for what they done to get the song that way. But it was just a crazy experience for all of us. Like, that whole entire day was just amazing.
I believe it. So when I saw it, I was like, I had to blink. I was like, oh shit, yo, that's Les. Like, that's pretty big. What did you think when you saw Zack?
I mean, at first I thought it was a meme. Like, someone we had a group chat, and I was like, someone could have easily just put him in there just for fun, but.
Because people do that, like local artists, they'll like insert themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
it was just too crazy, right? And then it's like, okay, no, this is real. And then I FaceTimed him and congratulated him. Like, that's huge. I was so proud. So it was just a big moment, Yeah. And now we're moving forward. That's
a huge moment. So what has been like the craziest reaction, or has anybody like surprising reached out to you since then?
Shout out to TJ Warren. He was somebody who reached out and. He was just showing a lot of love, just saying keep going on your path. So, and a lot of other people like in like sports have reached out, and even like the stations, like they just been showing a lot of love, spinning the records, and it's just been amazing since then. And a lot of like fans are just like, yo man, does that mean you have a direct line to Obama and stuff like that? So a lot of people think that like automatically that Obama's like my best friend or something, but nah, but it was just a good opportunity, and I'm just blessed that we got to experience that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And a lot of artists make a lot of music, but they don't end up on one of our favorite presidents' top 50 songs of the year. So that's definitely a huge career highlight and amazing experience. So you guys just dropped new music, Bust Down. It's going crazy on the streams. So tell me, what's you guys' creative process like? Like, do you listen to music together and then you approach each other with a beat, or you like to, find something and present it to each other? Y'all get in the studio together. How do y'all create?
I think most of our stuff before this was kind of like I'm solo doing my stuff and Zack solo doing his. So like for this project that we've been working on, we wanted to change that. So we've been like, coming over often and just sitting down, talking. Even if we're not going to make music, we just get together and just share beats or something that day. So it's been more of like a in-person process. So we've been getting different vibes. So all the songs we're making is just natural. And Ricky's been helping us a lot around. So he did the Bust Down, all the skits on the Bust Down. So that was also amazing. It took the song to the next level.
Yeah, with that one in particular, I found that beat on YouTube, wrote the verse, sent it over to Les. I was like, what you think? So it was that easy. But that record ended up taking like maybe a month to really like get finished. But it was done since I wrote my verse and he wrote his verse. But it was just like the creative process took a while. And then the cover came together pretty simply. We got local photographers who hit us up for a free shoot. Shout out Swiss and
that shoot is dope, by the way.
Swiss and Caleb.
Super dope.
Yeah, it was on like the courtroom building.
Yeah.
We had to climb up there.
I was like, how did they get up there? Did they bring a ladder? Like, what did they do?
Yeah, it was tough. But we definitely have sat with we just sit and listen to beats, and then if one's speaking to us, we'll write in the moment, or we can either do it where he sends me something, I send him something. It works all ways. Yeah.
Okay. So how does it feel like right now, you guys are young and you've been making music for a few years, but a lot of the people that are like in their mid-20s or 30s, they're like, yo, I wish that I was around making music when the Baby and the Stunner and this whole movement was out. So how does it feel to be upcoming artists and in like one of the hottest markets that people are really looking at right now?
It's kind of like overwhelming sometimes, I feel like, because it's like you don't realize it, because it's like we like some days we're in class, and the next day we're doing something that like is unheard of. So it's like you're just balancing two different worlds, and it's just cool to be like up there when it comes to like Carolina artists and music, and like being considered one of the tops in like the city when it comes to like the up and coming scene. So it's like it's unreal to see like this happening like in real time, and like everybody's just breaking into the industry, from like the Baby to Stunna, Tootsie's going up there. Shout out to everybody that's getting it. So it's just crazy to see how everyone's just coming up so quickly, and it's just a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like while you're in it, it's like we're not thinking about it too deep, because obviously you don't want to get caught up in it,
right?
Because then you could lose it. But like, you just want to keep going and keep pushing with what you got. So I mean, like when you do ask it, it's like gotta think for a second. But I mean, it is crazy with what the Baby just did in its like breakout year, and that whole movement, you know, and I don't know what to say. It's like
it's pretty cool that you know. It's just good to see so many artists that that really deserve the look that are actually getting it now, due to the attention that the whole South Coast music group has, and $1 Billion Baby Entertainment has brought to the market. And of course J. Cole being consistent, and you know everything that he's done, and Rhapsody. So it's just like everything's coming together at one time. And I think that, you know, North Carolina is really going to have a great run, you know, as long as everybody works together the best they can.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we got Zack, Cokas, and Lesthegenius in the building with us. So when y'all are not making music, what do y'all like to do for fun? Like, y'all into sports, y'all gamers, girls, all of the above?
Kinda, sorta. I used to be a heavy gamer, but I had to stop because like it was eating my time. Like I didn't play like every game, but 2K was like the thing I loved to play. So it was like I was like playing like competitively online and all that stuff, like making money off of it.
But wow. Like, what's the most you made?
In the game, I made like 150.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just like it takes too much time.
But that was probably like 50 hours.
Yeah, it's like it just takes too much time to play, to set up the games. Your commitment, they want you to like practice with them, and it's like I looked around like who I'm playing with. I'm like, we don't like, our mindsets are not the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't keep playing this game. Like it's not gonna get me. It's not gonna get me nowhere.
Right.
So I had to stop. But that was something that took up a lot of my time. Like sneakers. I also love sneakers. Like I used to like design them and everything. So that takes a bunch of time.
I mean, is that something that you know can see yourself doing in the future, like doing some type of collaboration for your own sneaker line?
Yeah, definitely. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be dope. What about you, Zach? What do you like to do when you know you're not in the studio, you're not on stage?
I mean, when I was working, I was basically had no free time, but I would definitely, you know, I'd be with my girl, or I'd be watching Netflix, taking a little break, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times I'm working on some new music, you know, like just that's really what I do in my free time.
And you're a twin, and your brother makes music as well too. He's dope, by the way.
Cam is great.
Shouts out to Cam.
He needs to come back to Raleigh, get out of Asheville.
And he's far.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Lost in the mountains.
I'm thinking about doing a show up there sometime soon. That might be cool.
They probably
but I'm sure you guys will. Have you done a show there yet?
No.
You probably will soon. It's a dope little hip hop market up that way. SK Novelist and C Shreve, they got a little movement going on out there. So if you had to choose one social media network that you can only use for like 2 years, which one would it be?
Twitter, hands down.
Of course.
Twitter.
Of course you say Twitter.
What about you, Zach?
Instagram.
Yeah.
But like
I've heard about you.
Twitter.
You like Twitter. That's your thing, right? Like I used to be heavy on Twitter maybe about 5 years ago. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just got old and I started using Facebook more. Facebook and Instagram. I rarely tweet, but every time I pop on there, you be saying something crazy, or none after hours be saying something crazy, and that shit's hilarious.
Like I can't. Like I feel like if I go up there and I'm saying that, like it just will not be getting the same kind of. We were talking about this the other night. Like it just won't be getting the same kind of reactions as when he says it, which is dope. Like he can really, you know,
he can put it out there.
There's some freedom out there in the Twitter world.
Now, before you were named on Obama's top 50 list, you had already gone viral on Say Cheese and Fuchsia's TV.
Definitely.
Over your tweet about open mic tours.
Yeah.
So So clarify, like, because some people were offended by it. I was just like, I mean, to each their own. Because a lot of people were tagging me because, you know, I host open mics. I mean, you guys started in my open mics.
Exactly.
And so I was just like, I mean, there is some validity to it. It's just really how you work it. So just kind of like, you know, break down what you meant by it.
Okay. So this is the thing I didn't understand. Everybody literally attacked me for trying to be for the artist. The thing was, there's a lot of open mics that do help. Like, going to your open mics when I first started really helped me gain my stage presence, helped me, like, actually learn how to perform. Because I didn't have any performances at that time. So that was, like, the big step for me to get, like, all my material and everything together, meet other people in the city. So it works for that. For when I'm talking about to other artists, they will pay for these, like, events where it's like, okay, DJ so-and-so is in the building. There's $100 cash prize. You pay $50 to perform. Then there's 100 artists on the ballot. So basically, they just walk away with all the money, and you perform, and you just go home. And everybody in the crowd is not really there for you. They're there to get their chance to perform. So you're not building, but you're losing money. I'm saying, like, once you build a fan base and, like, you get a little bit of, following in the area, you could go around and start actually, like, booking your shows or getting a venue. Like us, when we figured out that we kind of, like, got enough fans to actually book a venue, we paid for a merge, we got a merge, and we put together a show, and we all walked away.
Was that your first show, the one that I saw y'all at?
Yeah, that was the first time that we.
Yeah, that was lit.
That was
so,
like
it was packed and it was lit.
So yeah, that was like the first time we actually got to, like, you know, do a show together and actually go through the process of planning it. So I was like, yeah, this is very possible. So a lot of people in the area, they do have enough people, like, they're bringing 10 to 20 people out to this show. And it's like, you're not getting anything from it. 10 to 20 people, $10 a ticket. You just made the venue $200, and you walk away and you just performed, and that's it. You could bring those people out, build your fan base, connect with other artists, and still make money at the same time. So that was basically my thing with that.
Also, like, what I think what we talked about it is, like, you just gotta be moving honest, at the same time. You know, like, I mean, you can call it a tour. Say if you're doing an open mic here, but
not in the same
here.
city. Like you.
Yeah, not in the same
you can't
city.
Do
but
a Raleigh
state,
tour.
You can say you're touring
in the
you
same
can say
state. Yes,
but like, I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, if you're trying to get your music out there and you're just starting, maybe don't broadcast it like, y'all, I'm going on tour, you know, and be like, y'all can catch me here if y'all want to see me perform.
Because I feel like if you're not booking the venue, it's like you're just showing up. Like, you're not even, like, guaranteed to perform that night, and you're putting, like, these dates on your calendar. Like, you're just walking in. So I don't consider that a tour. Like, you're not booked. Like, they don't even know you're coming. Like, that's I'm not even trying to be like that. So I just want to.
I mean, there's some truth to it. You know, I do this, so, you know, I see it from all sides. I think that it can be a tour if it's different cities. And a lot of times people will just put it, like, all on the flyer, like all the dates that you can find them at. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get a guaranteed slot at an open mic. If you don't have a guaranteed slot at an open mic, you should not be putting it on your thing. And, you know, all open mics are not created equally. Some of them tax way too much, and you're literally not going to walk away with anything, haven't met anyone. But some of them you can, you know, especially if you're moving around in different cities, the perk to that is you get to connect with the artists in that city. If those artists are moving, y'all can collaborate. They might be able to get you on shows and vice versa in each other's market. So there's definitely some strengths to moving around in each other's market. And touring is expensive. Like, it costs a lot to put together your official headlining tour. So if somebody is, like, positioning it like, this is my first official headlining tour, then that's capping. Yeah. But, you know, if it's like, hey, you can catch me in these cities, this is my little mini promo tour, and they, you know, it's something where they've actually been booked for, like, maybe the headline, a open mic, or as a feature, or, you know, on a festival or something like that, then it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. I just think that some people took it and saw it as like a condescending thing versus like an empowering thing. Because I totally agree. Like, once you get to the stage where you're bringing 20, 30 people out at an open mic, and I had this debate with somebody online, they got mad and started talking shit. But anyway, I was just like, if you're bringing that many people to an open mic, you don't need to be at open mic.
Yeah.
You need to be getting with 2 or 3 other people with that same amount of following and doing your own show. Start at a small venue, work your way up. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, you are just putting money in the promoter's pocket. If you have a following, but the thing is, people are scared to branch out on faith. And they don't know, like, you know, where to go. They would rather somebody else do it for them. So that's, you know, and that's with everything. Like, people charge people to register their music and to do all these things that you literally can do yourself for free because they either lazy, they don't want to do it, or they don't want to do the research. So, you know, I definitely think that you had some points with that in terms of people really need to make sure that open mics do have an expiration. You do graduate from that. You can't stay in that. And, you know, if you're in the same city, it's definitely not a tour. If you're moving around to different cities, I would call it like a little, I would be careful how I named it, but I would do like probably like a promo, like a little promo tour or something like that. But I would definitely make sure that I had confirmed slots wherever I go, because you driving out a couple of hours and you 50 deep on a list, like, that's not the move.
Yeah.
And plus, I think that a lot of people use them to like get footage and pictures and just that look to kind of build up. And of course, like you said, the practice, if it's like, you know what I'm saying, to build up.
Exactly what I do.
Yeah, to build up your, you know, and just get comfortable being in front of people, because it's not an easy thing to do, like, as performers, I'm sure. But yeah, that was a funny moment. I was like, yo, he's on Say Cheese, and these people are going off in the comments.
I didn't even get why, because I literally tweeted that and just went on with my day. And people were like, nah, man, you're trying to get clout. Like, how do I know? How am I supposed to know this is gonna happen?
Yeah, that shit made no sense.
It didn't logically make sense, because Fuchsia's didn't follow me. He doesn't follow me. For him to see the tweet didn't have over, like, at the time, it didn't have
some people
over,
thought you paid for it.
5 likes. People think we pay for everything. People said, how much did you pay Obama? How much did you pay Lyrical? Like,
if you paying Obama, like, if you got money to pay Obama, shit, you should be on Drake's level if you got that kind of money, because he's expensive.
Yeah, that's the current problem. They always think that, like, we pay for looks, and
like, we have people hit us up.
We're broke, like, college students.
How'd you get this? Like, how much? Like, you know, it's like,
I have to say, like, you guys have one of the most organic movements that I've seen. Like, you know, everything, like, from your random tweet that just gets picked up to Obama to, like, a lot of the playlists and the shows that you guys have been on. It's really been organic, and I'm really proud of the things that you've been able to do in the last couple of years. I'm really excited about what you got coming up. So speaking of that, anything you can tell us that you do have coming up, whether it be shows, you know, I'm sure y'all are getting looked at by some pretty important eyes. Any news or anything you want to break to us? I
mean, we got
anything you want to share?
Let's start with the project.
Oh yeah. We got a project coming out, a collab project. Before we drop our solo projects. And
y'all got a name for it?
We kind of do, but we might switch it.
Maybe and maybe
so we don't
not.
Want to put it. We don't want to put it in the air.
What else would we call it though? We've never thought of another name for it.
Okay, well, let's just go for it.
All right, we're calling it 808s and Beat Breaks.
Okay.
So that is the title of our project.
When is it dropping?
It's dropping
sometime
blank.
Before spring. After in the spring.
We really thought it was gonna be January. Like, we thought we were just gonna put out a single and just have 4 tracks, and we just kept working. And the first single just hit. And it was just like, we didn't expect it to, like, you know, go that way. So it's like, it kind of changed our whole entire rollout plan now. So we're still working on when we're going to put it out.
Yeah.
But we definitely have another song coming.
It's like, we're going to do 4 singles, I think, because that's the game now. I mean, to any other artist putting out music, make sure you don't just drop a project out of nowhere. You can do that, like, as you're starting, right? Because that's what we both did that, like 3 projects.
Yeah, before we
and we're like, what's happening? It's like, that's just not the way to do it. That's not the way to market, promote your music. It's a business, and it's like, it took a while for us to figure that out. And so, yeah, so we're doing like 4 singles, and then I think that's when we're gonna drop the tape.
Project.
Okay. So it's gonna be not just the EP, a full length like project.
It's probably 8 or 9 tracks. So
okay.
Yeah, full project.
Yeah, that's all. I'm sure you have some interludes in there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe. So I saw that you're gonna be on a show with Cooley High coming up.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be dope. And Zach, you had recently opened up for Charlie Smarts and Heather Victoria. That was dope. That was lit.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, I saw y'all at Kings doing what y'all do. Any other projects, collaborations, shows that y'all got lined up for 2020 so far you can tell us about?
A lot of collaborations with our other friends like Marco Luca, who's doing
talented.
very well, and just like our whole collective of people, Jackson Free, Sonny Miles. So all of us are just working together, getting music out. We just got a lot of good music coming, a lot of visuals and everything on the way.